When I tell people that the typing game genre is back and actually thriving, they look at me like I am crazy. Every time I'm like, no, seriously, typing games are popping off right now. Somebody is always like, really? Typing games? Yes, Cheryl, typing games. Put some respect on my words per minute. And today I brought proof. I also brought her. Yes, my new Yunzii C75 with the candy switches. Look at this keyboard. Just look at this kitty cake coated pastry of a keyboard. It talks like a $12 coffee at a cat cafe. She's my weapon, she is my love, and she is my destiny. And so today we are diving into 5 games that completely validate all of the hype that I put on the typing game genre as it exists right now. I mean, I've made 3 videos now? Probably a couple extras by the time I move on that are just typing games. So today I'm going hard. We're going 5 games deep. First we got Glyphica, Typing Survival, which is a modern interpretation, minimalist vibes of Vampire Survivors, but with typing. Trust me. Then we got Spell Wizard, which is its fantasy sister, which is very Vampire Survivors plus Hollow Lives aesthetic kind of all mashed together. Then we've got the Chef Shift, which is a diner dash game that you type with. Trust me. We got Needy Streamer Overlord, Typing of the Net, which is a basic standard typing game. This that you're using early 2000s slang as if you were a 4chan enthusiast. And up last is the game I promised during the Words of Vengeance play through that I did, and that is the Typing Battle Royale. So prepare yourselves, stretch out your wrists, light a candle, and maybe offer a sacrifice to your spacebar because we are going in hard on the typing game genre. Let's go. Alrighty, so up first we have a game called Glyphica, Typing Survival. So this is actually pretty similar to another game I'm going to be showing you. The only difference is that the theme of this one, or I guess the aesthetics of this one, are more modern. And so you will see the difference between the two very quickly. But let's start here. I'm on a different keyboard. Actually, this is my first time using this keyboard, so we're going to see how it goes. I'll leave a link for it. I think I kind of went into it during the Vulcan Words of Vengeance video. But yeah, building keyboards is a hobby of mine, building mechanical keyboards. And so I like to try out new things. And this keyboard has been talked about a lot recently. It is a very silly keyboard. It's a kitty cake keyboard. That's cake, C-A-K-E. So I'll put a picture up. But yeah, this is me testing it out, so we'll see how it goes. I'm not expecting that I'll do well this first round, and hopefully as the video progresses, I'll do better and better, especially since by the end of it, I will have a very silly game that I'll be wanting to do well in, and you'll see why. But up first is Glyphica, so let's get started there. We'll start with a new game. Right now, if I remember correctly, yeah, my coins are low. I don't really have anything, so we're gonna start with starting the trials on the repeater. So we'll go from there. No omens. Do I have any augments yet? I don't. So we're gonna go back and we will begin. All right, so we are in the center. We are that little circle and we're just waiting for words to come in. We have a boss timer at the top. And so we're just seeing the things come in from the corners. So we just press the spacebar, we get some stuff. We're in an oscillating stream of particles in the direction of your most recent target. We've got repeater. full metal jackets, we get an additional 10% damage, and then deploy an automated turret that fires at any enemy that comes within range. So that's actually really good. We are going to do, and so you can't see it, but it's lucky. You type the word that's underneath the upgrade that you want, and then it gives that to you. Or Q. Now that line that's now there, you can see is where it's going to start to be triggered by the sentry. So we got 2 upgrades for that. One is a plus 10% damage, one's a plus range 10%, and then a new weapon. I think I'm gonna just upgrade, because I don't know if the dot over the damage over time, which is what you can't see underneath my head. So the Tesla mine deploys an electrical turret that deals damage over time when I complete words with B, C, D, and E in them. But you can see, this is kind of a cool system, right? All right, so you know what? Why not? Let's try it. Got it. I got kind of off track there because we got a big one, and that meant I had to type the same word or a different word 3 times to do damage to it. This is my first game of the day. I will admit to that. And while I have taken my ADHD medication, sometimes it takes me a little bit to get warmed up. And actually, I'm still drinking my first cup of coffee. I barely had 2 sips, so we're gonna take a little coffee break right now. We have 2 upgrades for our main weapon, both of which are great. And then one for the Tesla mine. So I'm going to do just the basic update to the repeater. That just gives a plus damage. Oh, I got some loot. Okay. So aggravation, status chance +2. I don't really have anything that's gonna trigger that right now. So all heat weapons reroll chance +2. All kinetic weapons rate of fire. Alrighty. So that would be my primary weapon, I believe. So let's try that. Voice is running in here. Alrighty. So we have two new weapons. The first one spawns fast melee drones equivalent to the number of the above match. So A, E, and O. So those happen pretty frequently. Guardian, which employs a drone that fires lasers at enemies. Activate fuel pickups to refuel Guardian, which will consume fuel and deactivate when empty. Okay. And then the Sentry will evolve. We currently have 4 kills. It just gives us like a +40, and then it'll get stronger at 50 kills with it. You know what? Let's try the Spectre, because that's going to happen quite a bit. So, repeater has evolved. Okay. So that means I got a certain number of kills with the main weapon. And so now we have 2 options here. Ricochet, projectile change. Repeater projectiles ricochet to random nearby targets, dealing 50% damage on hits after the first one. And then cold damage and freeze chance affects base damage and affected by cold. You know what? Let's go with the ricochet. I like doing more options. Ooh, that. This has turned out to be like a really solid build. We're doing really well. So we got a boss coming in a minute and a half. So that will be interesting. So our Tesla mine should get a static chance. Spectre upgrade and Spectre upgrade. So +10 kills for the evolution or duration +10. I think what I'm going to do is do it the add duration. Okay, Unity. And you see I get money sometimes, loot, different things get added. And so if you just type the word that's over top of those, you get the bonus stuff. So heat weapons. We don't have any heat weapons. Also, you'll notice down here on the bottom, it'll say affected weapons /effects, and then it gives you an idea of how that will actually impact. And so I don't have... So the serum on the end is something that I'm going to have to remember using. I won't remember to use that. It's going to end up being like every ether I've ever had in a Final Fantasy game. It just sits there, and I forget that it exists. So we're going to add the kinetic +1% crit chance. We got 50 seconds until the boss is here. And then we just leveled up as well. Static chance on Tesla mines, duration on the Tesla mines, and then range on the sentry. He's just gonna hit it from further away. Let's stick with the, let's upgrade the Tesla mines for the longer duration. Things got a little wild. Okay. Our boss is here. So, this boss shoots destructible projectiles at you. Destroy all 3 heads with your weapons. All right, I've done this boss before, I think. I just don't remember how to do it. So we'll see how it goes. Okay, and I just leveled up. So, sadly it doesn't clear the stage. So I was a little overwhelmed to begin with, and now I'm especially overwhelmed. But we're gonna do our best. I believe in us. All right, so we get Tesla Mine static chance. That's out. Sentry range plus 10%, good, but repeater plus 30% damage. I think that's gonna come in clutch here, so we're gonna go with that. All right. Whew. All drone weapons, damage plus 25% is probably our best bet right now. Oh, I've got another level up. Phew, okay. This got intense. I'm getting very locked in, so. Alrighty. So we got a damage on our sentry, a range on our sentry. I think I'm just gonna keep pushing damage. We've got so much stuff on the screen, I think it's probably our best bet. I had to focus on the guy here because I can't see stuff. Woo, sheesh. Okay, we're just gonna focus the boss for a second because I could see everything he's got on. Oh, we only got one more word, or one more part of it. We did it! All right. So, if your main weapon is about to be destroyed, it will be reduced to 1 health instead. This ability can be used once every 2 minutes. So, basically, if I don't get hit again, I'd be fine. Aftershock crit damage will always inflict a status effect or frostbite. Let's do the immortality. Although, now that we've completed the first boss, that was kind of where I wanted to go. So, trial 1 is complete. Words per minute, 91. That's not bad. That's good for me. That's really good for me, actually. Accuracy, 94%. Not too bad. And then the best weapon and coins earned, 70. So, yeah. So that is Glyphica, the first of the typing games. The next typing game is going to be relatively similar, but you'll see kind of why I'm showing it as something a little separate. So, up next, we have Spell Wizard. Very similar game to what we just saw in Glyphica. The difference is, as you can see, is that this is sort of pixely arty and more of a fantasy setting as opposed to that kind of more modern look. So, it is very similar to a Vampire Survivors type look and feel. If you've seen other videos on my channel, I played a Vampire Survivor-like game that had the HoloLive idols, or I guess VTubers in it, and so this has a very similar look of that pixel art, Vampire Survivor, everything's coming into you from the corners kind of look to it. So let's get started. I only think I have this one unlocked because I've not done that well on this one, so we'll see kind of how it goes. It's a little bit more intense than I think Glyphica is. So let's just get started. Like I said, spell slay your enemies. Your hot streak bar grows with every kill. Chain your attacks without typos to gain bonus gems. While it's full, press tab to deselect your target. Hold space to temporarily speed up the game. So we are going to actually hold space. There it is. You can see it's these little little snails. So 45 words, accuracy much lower. But you can see, I'll do another one. We'll see if we can do a little better now that I get into it. So, all right. You see, super similar concept to Glyphica. There we go. Whoa, I'm having trouble. Also, I feel like part of the difficulty of this one is that it's tough to see visually differentiate sometimes between the snails and what the rest of the world just looks like. Especially like right now, it's daytime, it's bright in my office, and so the screen's kind of backlit. It makes it really refusal versus after shy. That was a big difference. And you can see I've gotten overwhelmed here. Yeah, so it's defeated. But very similar, a little different. If this is more the type of thing that you're looking for, where you want something that's pixel art or fantasy, you don't like that kind of, honestly, Glyphica. I like that there's such a high contrast between the word and this back of the screen, that it's just like black words, gray background is much easier for me to see visually. I think that is kind of the difference maker for why I do better in Glyphica versus Spell Wizard, is that I find that my eye can't differentiate quite as well between the background and the snails. They're very similar colors. There is some movement, but like I said, right now I'm kind of backlit, so the sun is shining onto my monitor, and so I do have a little bit of extra difficulty there. But I don't know, that's just kind of the thing. If this is your jam though, and you feel like it's something that wouldn't be as big of an issue for you because of either any number of reasons, and this is more fun, then absolutely check this out. Like I said, super similar game. I wish I could get into a point where we could start to get more stuff, but it does have that same sort of progression available. Let's try it one more time. Let's see if I can do this so that you can see a little bit further into the game. I believe in myself. Let's see. Like, I didn't see the bottom guy come in at all. Sad. But you can also see the more enemies start coming, and then you've got the rats start coming in. And then let me see if I go back to menu, we got upgrades here. So I have 300, which means I can increase my maximum health. I can slow enemy movement by 5% per level. 20% chance to shatter. So I can't do that. Obviously, these ones are too expensive. But shockwave knocks back enemies. Knocks back enemies. Slows all enemies for a brief period. Hot streak. Decrease amount needed for hot streak bonus. Knockback elite on elites are stronger. Shields me from one attack, 45-second cooldown, and then obviously that would get better over time. Revive once per round when defeated. Chain lightning. This is really more of where you're gonna get that kind of like roguelike aspect that you do get with the Vampire Survivor like type of things. Those things are still baked into this game. But yeah, let's try. So I have gotten the max level health. Let's try just reducing the speed, and we'll take a look at it now, since that went over really fast. Okay, try one more time. I like that the rats at least, there we go. Like, the rats at least queue up. It's like a queue of rats coming to jump me. Alrighty, so 96% accuracy, that's pretty good. Words typed 69, that's a funny number. And then longest streak, we get 194 gems. So we can go back to the menu. I don't think that'll get us anything new, but you can see how it does start to build up over time. Okay, we got 250. We could do a hot streak. So actually, I'll probably save it for another max health. But yeah, so that is Spell Wizard. You can see very similar to Glyphica. If this is your jam, check it out, because I think either it or Glyphica playing similarly. If you like one more than the other, I think those would be the difference maker between those two. On to the next game, which is very different stylistically and also gameplay wise. Alrighty, and next up, friends, we have a game called The Chef Shift. So you can already see it looks very different than the last two have. A lot cuter style, but the gameplay of this, outside of just the typing, obviously, is very different than the last two were. So this is going to be a little bit of a different experience. So anything that you see in the brown box with the white lettering is the thing that you're going to want to type. And so in this case, it's start. Although it's being goofy about it. Please use keyboard, I know. There it goes, okay. So, this actually has several languages that you can play in it as well. So if you wanted to do some typing in another language, that is available to you. You may have been able to in the other ones, but I didn't see it. This one has a very clear thing. And also a major update as of last month as I'm recording this in October that allowed you to do that. Excuse me. But this has a story mode. There's all kinds of little things. But because I don't like to spoil story modes for people, I am going to play the endless mode so that you can just kind of see the actual play of the game. So let's do that. All right, so this, can we actually do, oh no, it looks like we can't do upgrades. Okay, we don't have upgrades. Okay. Maximum comfort group. So I'm actually going to keep this kind of low because the last time I tried doing this, it overwhelmed me very quickly. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna keep the word length on the lower side. This is kind of helps so I can actually get through some of this so that you can kind of see what's going on. But with that being said, let's get started. So you can see we have a little restaurant. So that thing I just did was, so what they want us to do is they need the, so we're typing that goes in, so you can see I'm kind of getting the, stuff for her, and then let's see, so you're trying to get the stuff prepped for them, and then you bring it to their table. And I think I missed the fryer. There we go. All right, 19 and a half minutes. I'm stopping at 20 no matter what. So this is probably my last groups. All right, so that was 20 minutes. 3,225 points. That's what I was going for. and yeah, 56 happy customers. So that's pretty good. I think that was the key for me. So this got pretty overwhelming pretty quickly as you added more and more tables, and you had like 2 or 3 people up at the counter. And as you can see, those deep fried, I'm assuming they're arancini or something similar, where it's just like the fried balls, which I was hesitating to say. Those burn really quickly. And so you're burning, and if you're not paying attention to them every single time, it's gonna get messed up. So, this is the chef's shift. There is a story mode to this. It is a kind of like a diner management simulator game, like a diner dash with a typing. Typing of the Dead game added to it. I really like this. This was one of the first ones that I got and kind of got me back on that game, on that typing game itch. And so I thought I would include this as part of the big typing game roundup that I'm working on. So this, as I said, has been Chef Shift. Let's move on to the next one, which is more traditional, but with a really fun theme. All right, up next we have Needy Streamer Overload, Typing of the Net. So if you're familiar with the Needy Streamer games, this will look familiar to you. But when I saw that they'd made a typing game version, or I guess typing game in this same universe, I was like, oh, that's so cute. And this is the first of a couple of games, this one and our last game, that basically are just really memey in the words that they're expecting you to type and the phrases that they're expecting you to type. So if you've been online since the early 2000s, a lot of this stuff will make sense to you. It's very like online culture in the aughts and 2010s. So expect to see that. So let's get started with level 1. And so it looks like a YouTube video, which I really like. All right, hey cuties, it's King Tippy Typing Angel. Guess what we're doing today? We're exploring internet slang together. Now, get your keyboard ready and work those fingers. It's gonna be super epic and super fun. Doxing. So there's a bit of a rhythm to it as well. It's very 4chan, you know. Nani? And luckily there's no punctuation or anything you need to do it with. It's just type the letters. Easy bees. You're gaining more viewers at the bottom. I have lots of life. So I basically wanted to finish this. Oh, I missed it. It's the long ones. Got it. Yeah. So about halfway through, at the halfway point, it does this kind of like little intermission. It gives you an opportunity to like stretch your fingers. But take it up a notch. That's terrifying. You can handle this, right? I don't know, maybe. Keep up or you're gonna get owned. How do you get? I can fix her. No, you can't. Dilf. Explain Dilf. Stealing cat. I want my money back. Teams. Rar XD. It means I love you and dinosaur does. Oh, damn. No, mudkips. I heard you like mudkips. Oh no, challenge accepted. Oh yes, the wambulance. Alrighty. Pretty base and epic, in fact. All that shitposting really paid off, huh? Now go! Sally forth, my little internet explorer. Show those sweet summer children who the goat poster is. Bless. So we'll see how I actually did. Oh, didn't quite get to a B. That's not bad though. Alrighty. And so now we have level 2 available. I actually haven't done level 2. I tested it really quickly. Hey cuties, it's Kangle, your favorite tippy-tapping angel. Guess what we're doing today? We're exploring internet slang together. Now get your keyboard ready and work those fingers. It's gonna be super epic and super fun. Seme, seme. No. Oh, ah, missed. Oh. Cinnamon roll, me. I'm a cinnamon roll. Wow. Wow, you're a lot better than I thought. No, I don't think that's true. That was tough. That was a rough one. So those sweet summer children. Who? The goat poster is Bless. Alrighty, so I probably didn't do too well. Not too bad. Not too bad. But as you can see, a pretty straight across the board typing game. The cool thing about this one is I think the kind of like overlay of it being a YouTube video and the, like I said, that early internet 2000s weeb specific, like 4chan focused slang words that you're going to be using as the things that you're typing. So this has been Needy Streamer Overlord, the typing of the net. The next game is odd, so let's get into it. I love it. I'm so excited, but you'll see what I mean. All right, so up next we have Final Sentence, and this was the one that I kind of alluded to during Words of Vengeance. This is a battle royale where you're typing to win. And so with this one, yeah, this is another one that uses kind of like that older internet slang, at least when I was playing the last time. You can see I'm level 5. I actually got really into this and had a really good time. It was so much fun. And so let me show it off to you. And as I was going to get this, I looked and saw I have another typing game that I got recently that I won't be showing today because I feel like it is an experience, something that you're going to want to play yourself, but I will link it below. It's called Dead Letter Department. And basically what it is you're playing a person who is manually typing the things that the machine can't read, like the mail machine can't read, so that it can be routed to the correct places, and it just gets spookier and spookier. I'll leave a link to it in the description so that if you're looking for a horror typing game that's actually scary, as opposed to like Typing of the Dead or something like that, where it's like, oh, it's just a zombie in my face, then you can take a look at that. But let us get started on the final sentence. All right, here we go. So you can see, really atmospheric, very cool. And there's all our people coming in on the side there. So yeah, it seems like it's pretty active too, which is great.
Welcome, contestants. The game begins now.
I'm gonna kind of lock in. Shit. Ah, why am I having so much trouble typing? Okay, so every 3, you have a Russian roulette scenario. There's a possibility of you getting shot. All right, I'm fine. Somebody did just get shot. Oh, okay, for some reason that didn't go well. Shit. Nope. Okay, we're safe. Oh. Not if I keep typing poorly. Ah! Okay, lock in. Damn. And you can see every time they add a bullet, you're more likely to get shot. All right, safe. At least for this section. Oh, somebody already won, so everyone else has to go.
You have won. The other players will now be eliminated.
So if you ever played Tetris 99, it's kind of that same deal, where you're competing against the other players, but everybody's kind of doing their own thing. So yeah, I did get some progress. I lost, boo. My accuracy was okay. My words per minute was kind of bad. So part of the reason why my words per minute is especially bad right now is because, as I mentioned previously, I'm kind of got some light behind me, and this is a really dark game. So that is the biggest problem there. So let's try again. Let's see if we can do better this next time around, because that was not very good. Get a quick sip of coffee. Especially seems we seem to be getting into game a lot faster this time.
Now.
Here we go. These are the ones I got last time. Oh, shh. Leroy J. Oh, shit. Saw Leroy recently, actually. Just playing World of Warcraft. Oh, GG. Oh, damn. Why you have to be mad? So that's so funny because that's like a goofy joke between my friends and I. That one has a special place in my heart. So appropriate that I lost on that one. Alright. We're at level 9. So I want to kind of see if something changes, because one of the demo quests over here on the bottom is on the rise. So we need to get to level 10 to show off our progress. So I bet by the next game, we will be good. I have played 6 games of this, which surprises me. Feels like more. I don't know. In a good way. I really like this game. I can't wait to play this more often when it comes out. This is still the demo, so it's not even in full release yet.
The game begins now.
Okay, game begins now. That was real fast. So not only are you potentially, dying, but you also get into a situation where you're behind other people. So if someone else is doing well, your chance of, like, that does kind of suck, is that your chance of gaining it back, unless they start to also do poorly, is a lot slower, or a lot slimmer rather. And you can spectate because, you know, Battle Royale, so. Yay, I'm level 10. There we go. And then the last one is what I might have a chance of winning at some point, or getting at some point, which is just win any match and prove your skills. I haven't yet, so. But we have played 7 rounds. But yeah, so that's Final Sentence, a demo that gives you a really great idea of what the game's gonna be like, and a typing battle royale, if you can believe it. I really enjoy it. So it does add another layer of tension and speed that you don't get the feel for if you're just racing against the clock. You've got a bunch of other people who you are playing against, which is really cool. All right, so that's our final game for today. Let's go to the outro. And so that is our little gauntlet run through a bunch of typing games that are available on Steam right now. Honestly, typing games are in their Renaissance era. Like, who knew that you could save the world with your words per minute and it would be this fun and this unhinged? Oh, me, obviously. And shout out again to my Yunzii C75 for carrying me through all of that like a tiny frosted emotional support cat cake. And I want to be clear, this is absolutely not sponsored. I just love this keyboard so much. It feels so good and the sound is fantastic. I will include an affiliate link because I got mine on Amazon. So if you want one of your own, I will also probably link to the Hippiotech video about it, because seeing his video kind of got me thinking about it, that I really wanted kind of something super thocky and creamy, and this was perfect. And I'm so glad I got to use it today for this video. So if you liked the video, smash that like button. Subscribe if you want more goofy indie deep dives like this one. Plus reactions, first looks, spooky stuff, and all those things tech gremlin that I like to sparkle in. And hey, if you've got a favorite typing game, drop it in the comments. My fingies might regret it, but my heart absolutely will not. So thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. And until then, keep your wrists stretched, your fingers warmed up, and your words per minute high. Cat out. Bye, Kit Kats.